Heyo, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darth Rich and we are back with Star Citizen. Thank you very much for taking some time out of your day to join me here in the Revlon York hangar. We're going to do a video a little bit different today. We're going to actually compare two ships and pit them against each other and see what the differences are. First things first, it's a new addition here in the hangar. We've got a very swish fish tank. We are getting very posh here. We can see that there's all sorts of aquatic life enjoying themselves in there. We've even got Mr. Lobster come out to see us. Hello there. Oh, bit shy. There we go. There is a readout here. We can't seem to interact with it fully at this moment in time. I don't know if we will be able to further on down the line. But we can just see that this is the Xenoquarium WH800. Very nice indeed. If you care for your fish, get yourself a Xenoquarium. I just think the styling's a little bit off. Obviously, this would look perfect in perhaps the industrial or the AeroView hangar, but I'm not entirely sure. You know, I think something a bit more sleek and stylish will look good, but I'm sure those options will be available further on down the line. So as we step here into the elevator of choice, we're going to go down and we can see we've got two of the Mustangs. Two of the Mustangs to look at today. As we all know, the Mustang is a starter ship, as it were. There are 5 different variants, hopefully there to be able to suit most different play styles. The reason we've chosen these two at the same time here is because they are intended to be used for pretty much exactly the same thing, and in many ways they are exactly the same spacecraft. So here we've got the Mustang Gamma, and the Mustang Gamma is available for purchase today in your store, so feel free to go and pick that up. But before you do, we have here the Mustang Omega. Now you can't purchase the Omega in the store today. The reason being is that the only way that you can get your hands on one of these is by redeeming one of the codes that are given away with the purchase and sale of an AMD R9 graphics card. Now, there is a very active grey market for these codes at this moment in time. So you can purchase one of these codes off somebody who has no use for it and then redeem it onto your existing RSI account, or you can create one just for doing so. The price of these seems to vary because I think everyone expected these to be non-redeemable after the end of January at the start of this year, but it seems not to be the case. They seem CIG seem to be fine with still redeeming these codes. So although the prices did plummet and then come back up, and then they seem to have stabled off again, but you can pick one of these codes up for between $20 and $35. Even at the top price point there, you're still getting quite a lot for your money because you get the ship. You get starter credits, small amount of starter credits. I think you get 1,000 UEC. You get digital copy of Squadron 42, digital copy of the Star Citizen game, digital copy of the Star Citizen manual, and obviously the Southland hangar as well. But in addition to that, you actually get access to the Arena Commander module as well. And as any of you who has already purchased packages are concerned, you'll know that in most cases you need to buy that module separately, which is an additional $5. So really, for bang for buck, there's no cheaper or better way to get involved in the Star Citizen universe. Now, quite what CIG think about these, I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest, because I suppose they've had the opportunity to stop people redeeming them, and they certainly don't seem to have done that. They seem to be happy with people redeeming those, and they also seem to be happy with people redeeming multiple codes on the same account as well. Although you can't do it initially you can contact CIG and ask them to unlock your account to let you redeem additional codes. You have to do it for each individual one, but they seem more than happy enough to be able to do that for us. So, you know, they must have some internal stats that are showing that this is good for growing the community, good for getting the word of Star Citizen out there, and perhaps people who are redeeming these codes, they're seeing that they're actually inputting some of their own dollars as well. So if that is the case and they're happy, then I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be happy too. Now, comparing the two ships, the reason we got them both in here is because they are both racing variants of the Mustang. The Gamma over here is the one that, as I said, you can purchase in the store today. If you want to buy the standalone ship, that's $60 straight off. So, you know, $20 to $35 with a package, including the games and the Arena Commander. Hello, you know, this is a pretty good deal indeed. Now, in law, AMD is not what we would normally know AMD for. AMD are the tuning company, Accelerated Mass Design. And according to the law, they've created a limited edition racer that features a ramped up fuel intake for faster recycling of the ship's already impressive boost system. To cap off the calibration, AMD enlisted resident underground artist Sector 8 to design a dynamic paint job, and Sector 8 has designed a very attractive paint job as it stands. So we've got this lovely red and black, and then fade from red to black, and just on the fuselage there, very nice indeed. And we can see that this is, as with all the ships that we've seen so far, the textures and the design is absolutely outstanding. You know, that almost looks photographic here. I know it doesn't look quite as good in the videos once everything's coded and such, but you know, take my word for it, that looks almost photorealistic. It looks absolutely beautiful. So if we just have a quick look around, the Mustang is a very distinctive design. I'm not entirely taken on it myself, to be perfectly honest, but I think in these racing colours and this racing style, I think it suits it a lot more. So it looks a lot more purposeful as a racer than perhaps for any of the other variants. The length is the same in both models at 18 metres, and the beam is 13 metres, and it stands 5.5 metres high. And they both come in at an exact 13,000 kilos in weight. Both one crew ships. You're not going to fit any freight units in these, as I don't think you would expect really. Offensive options are very, very limited. We just got these two M3A laser cannons just on the underside of the wing. But you're not going to be going out looking for trouble in one of these ships. You're going to be either running away from it or just racing side by side, pedal to the metal with your friends or foes. Now, they do look very similar, and I say similar because there is one distinct difference between these apart from the paint job. As it said in that little bit of blurb that it gives you about the actual tuning of this, we do have an additional intake on the underside of the spacecraft here. Now, whether that's going to give a performance increase, I don't know. Just to read it back, it does say that it features a ramped up fuel intake for faster recycling of the ship's already impressive boost system. So that could work one of two ways. The fact that it does have that, you know, opposed to not having it, you know, it sounds like that's going to be the Gamma's going to be at a disadvantage. But you know, just reading from the website about the Gamma, it says the engineering teams have managed to tweak and refine the Mustang into an admirable racer. The end result, the Mustang Gamma has smooth acceleration and power on demand. Now, maybe that means that, you know, that's a bit more docile. Doesn't necessarily mean it's slower, but maybe it has a smoother acceleration, so coming out of corners might be a little bit easier in that to keep your line, where this one's a bit more brutal in the way that it reacts to your inputs. So, you know, that's to be decided, and you know, I don't think that it's going to be a huge disadvantage over that, even though it may possibly be. If everything's true that we're led to believe, you're going to be able to access both these ships in the final game anyway. So if you if you're particularly adverse to having anything that's AMD branded, and you're not going to be missing out too much. Now, if you are adverse to having anything AMD branded, and you still fancy the sound of getting it at a low price point on that package, then you can do a completely free of charge upgrade to the Mustang Gamma. So if you either prefer the Gamma styling, or you'd prefer to have the Gamma in your hangar, then you can just change it completely free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything whatsoever. You still keep all the additional benefits of the package with it. Apart from, you will have the Gamma in your hangar instead. And I have to say, as far as colours are concerned, I think I do love this kind of very light purple, mauve metallic, and grey metallic colours on this. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. If you just see that the light just shining off those textures there, it looks very, very nice indeed. Now, that being said, if you do want to do a free upgrade to the Gamma, that then opens up even more options for you. So from the Gamma, there are numerous options for paid for cross chassis upgrades. So for an additional $5, you could actually upgrade this ship to the Avenger. So you'd not only get the Avenger, you'd also get the Aero View hangar then as well. And that's just for an additional $5. So you still keep all your additional benefits of the original package, but you then have an Avenger. And then we could go on forever after that. You could pay another $5 or $6, and then you've got Origin 315p, or $16, and you can have the 325A. Obviously, depending on where you are, depending on whether you're liable for paying tax or not, it could differ by $1 or so. But you really could take one of these all the way up to a Hornet or a Cutlass or something of that nature, depending on how much money you want to pay additionally. But as I said, considering that the Avenger standalone is $65 if you just want to buy that, and that's without the package, without the games, without the Arena Commander, and the Gamma is $60 just on its own, again without any of those. So it's a pretty good way to get in if you're a bit unsure whether you're going to actually like this or not, or a bit unsure whether you want to put money in now when perhaps the module that you're looking forward to is not available yet, whether it's planet side or FPS or multi-cruise ships or anything like that. Then it's not a bad way to get involved in the Star Citizen universe. Not a bad way at all. So I think that's about it, really. I don't think there's an awful lot more to say. Check those out. I don't know how long this is gonna run on. When the eventually stop redemption of these codes, then I'm sure it will be well advertised, because they won't want people sat on a code that they're not able to use. So yeah, I'm not saying you have to go out and get one, but it's certainly not a bad idea, even if it's just an addition to your already ample hangar. As always, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you ever so much. All these views and likes and subscriptions really make me smile on a daily basis. The first thing I kind of look forward to in the morning is seeing if anything's happened, and considering I only started off just recording a few videos for my own benefit, I've certainly got the YouTube bug. So thank you ever so much, anybody that has commented, liked or subscribed recently. If you have enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the thumbs up. If you've disliked it, feel free to hit the thumbs down. But if you do, please let me know what you didn't like about it. Feel free to leave a comment if there's been any omissions, or if you have any questions about me or Star Citizen or anything like that. Or even if you want to say hello, then I certainly very much would appreciate that too. And yeah, if you want to see more Star Citizen videos, then I certainly will be making them. And if you'd like to be notified of when the new ones do come live, then feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. A quick hello to our new subscribers over the last few days. We've had Jeff Coe, and Justin Merkworth. So thank you very much, guys, for hitting the subscribe button. I hope you enjoy the videos that are going to come through shortly. I keep saying it, but I think the Super Hornet's going to come next, because I'm not sure if that's going to stay in my hangar. So I'd like to get a video out on it before we melt it down and perhaps turn it into something else weird, wonderful, beautiful, or a combination of all of those. So I'm going to leave you now anyway. My name's Darth Rich. This has been Star Citizen, and we will see you next time.